Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Sorry we were a few seconds late. I had to put some puppies in my sweater. So today we have a bunch of puppies in the room. I hope you guys are loving the new caterpillar because we are enjoying it. The puppies are loving it. And we bought it thanks to you guys. All of your support and donations gave us the ability to purchase this amazing little toy. So we'll see how they love it because today is the first time they got to see it. If you guys are new, I just wanted to say.
The light's not on in there.
Oh, okay.
Just had to let you know.
Okay, we're going to put the light on because we want you guys to see when the puppies go in there. So let me do that real fast. But you guys look at this sweater. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? Let's see. Hey, honey.
Yep.
I don't know how to turn the light on in here. Oh, wait. Oh, I do. Hold on. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
My fault, I forgot.
That's okay. We'll forgive you this time. Uh-oh, I'm getting eaten.
Here, you want to get it?
There. Okay. Back to where I was. If you guys are new, welcome to our live stream. We are here every Thursday. If you can, do me a favor and type new in the comments below so that we can welcome you guys. Today we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of the Alaskan Klee Kai. Like, what better thing to talk about if you're thinking about getting an Alaskan Klee Kai, or you're on a list to get a puppy, or you're picking one up soon. You definitely want to know what you're getting yourself into, right? So, huh? Uh-oh, what?
Tanya already noticed something.
Tanya already noticed something?
Your pillow.
I got up. Yes, my pillow. Okay,
Your
we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Look at my pillow.
And Catherine noticed your chair.
Yes, look at my cute, cute pillow. But we did something. Look at this. Da-da-da. So I just made this because when I get out of my chair, we thought, well, what the heck? First of all, I need it because I messed up my back and I can't be on the floor anymore.
She just ate it.
I know, you're eating the paper. And so I needed a pillow, and then I couldn't think of a better way to represent except for put something on it. So yes, we made a pillow. I got a new chair. So
where is your chair from?
I could enjoy myself. The chair is from Home Goods. The chair is from Home Goods. The pillow is from Home Goods, but of course I customized it. And the caterpillar and my sweater and all the new stuff the puppies got is all from Amazon because Amazon's our favorite store. Amazon loves us. The delivery people, not so much, but Amazon loves us. All right, let me finish my spill and then we'll get into all of the goods. So I already went over, if you guys are new, make sure you type new. If you guys, what I was saying is pros and cons. So we're going to go over some of that. We're going to go over some grooming tips. We're going to go over the hairiness, right? Last week, I wanted to go over the nail grooming, nail clipping, and unfortunately, we ran out of time and it slipped my mind because we had so many people. We had so many people on here that we were just too excited. So I definitely want to go over that with you guys today. And so we have a lot to go over. But before we do anything, first let's go over some general housekeeping rules because if you guys are new, you may not know how this whole live stream works. And so if you guys have a question, please type 3 question marks before and after your question because you will start to see a lot of comments come through and they're touching the camera down below, but they moved. And so in order for my daughter to be able to see the questions and read them out loud so that I can answer you guys, she needs to identify them. So please make sure that you do that. If you don't, she's not going to read those questions. Also, last week was the first week we asked you guys to hold off on any questions that are not related to the topic at hand. And then you can ask those questions once I finish my list because we're going to run out of time if I don't speed the process along. So hold off on those. Next is to give us a thumbs up. Of course, last week was amazing. Like, what a blessing. You guys, we had so many people on here. It was a little overwhelming and super, super exciting. But we're going to give away a few things today. And one of them is going to be, hey, can you put it on below real fast? We have a couple views, and so for those of you guys that don't know, I don't know which one you put it on, but the puppies were all on mine a minute ago. Of course, now they moved, but we have a lot of different views that we'll show you guys as the puppies move all around once I finish talking. And so, I lost my train of thought. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't be destroying our toy. Hey, honey, I thought we zip tied that. Oh, well, it might get falling down. Oh, well. Where was I? General housekeeping. You can put it back on me now, Lex.
I did.
Okay, thank you. I don't know. I forget. It's been a day. But I guess we'll just get into it because...
Oh, tell them who the people are.
Wait. I know what it was. It was the thumbs up. So the thumbs up was super exciting. Last week we gave away something to the 100th thumbs up, which we couldn't really tell who it was. And a lot of you said, hey, Tess. This is why I have this sweater on, because guess what? You get to go to puppy jail. Look at that. Stick. So we're going to do it again because it was super exciting. So we are going to give away... Hey, honey, I forgot the bag right there on the counter. Can you hand it to me? Yeah. We're going to give away 2 things. One is a Halloween bandana, and the other is a Halloween mask. And both of them are very similar in design, but we use different dogs. So our mask is...
Perfect.
Okay, so we're going to give away a mask. Or 2 or 3. There goes our bag. Thank you to Kira. And then a bandana. If you don't have a puppy yet, hopefully you will, because this is super cute. I'm going to take it off of here so it's easier. Am I too low?
No, it's perfect.
And then these are reversible, so I went ahead and put just a cute little pattern on the back. No, Tazzy, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck with me. All right, so we're going to give those away here shortly. So one is going to go to the 100th thumbs up, and then we're going to give away one to a super chat or super sticker. Can you be a good boy? If you guys aren't aware, my daughter Alexis is behind, and she will pick the winners. Yes.
Can you tell them about my 100th person rule?
Oh, yes. So last week was the first time we did that. 100 thumbs up, and you Tasmanian devil, you gets into everything. So if you guys are on here and you haven't hit thumbs up because you're waiting, and she sees that you've been on here this whole time, she's not going to give it to you. So you might as well just hit that thumbs up, because our goal is to have 100 thumbs up, but not have all 100 of you wait until the very end to hit thumbs up. So do me a favor, if you're already on here, hit thumbs up, and hopefully you'll win the other item. And if not, we give away stuff every single week, so don't worry. We try not to give it to the same people over and over again, so we pick different people each week. But trust me, if you're on here long enough, you're going to get something. If you guys already got your stuff, please let us know. We mailed a sweater and a bunch of things. By the way, Yvonne, if you're on here, we got your package returned to us, so I don't know what's going on there, but yours came back. Taz. Oh my goodness, he's gonna go to puppy jail. Come on. All right, can I get going now?
Yeah.
I know you probably have questions. So.
I just have a few.
Okay, go for it.
Is there a crate size you recommend for bringing home your puppy?
Yes, really small. So you want to get a crate that's like the size for a cat. So basically, it should be. No, but be nice. I mean, I'll be nice. It should be around 10 pounds or less. So that's usually like 17 inches by 15 inches by 21 inches, I want to say. So 15, 17, 21. So 21 is going to be the length. 15 is going to be the height. No, 15th is the width and 17th is the height. So that's about right. And you can read on there, should say like for 10 pounds and under or for a Yorkie, that type of thing. That's the type of crate you want to get. I also have a bunch of them on our website that you guys could look up. But there's a lot of different sizes. Just get small, really small. Okay, next.
You were talking about if they got their stuff.
Yes.
Carissa said my socks are supposed to come tomorrow.
Awesome.
Michelle said she got her sweatshirts and she won last week.
Yes.
Jeremy said the Tasmanian devil strikes again.
Yes, he does.
I ordered socks and I love them from Kristen.
Oh, yay.
And then Sonia said, I got one of the new white and gold print sweaters and it's super soft. I love it.
Good.
Also love the personalized card. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for letting us know. We love hearing that. We are working on stuff. You know, we have leggings. No one has time around here to get them up. We did have somebody email us and ask for them. So if you want them, you can email me in the meantime, and I can still get the order out for you guys. So we still are working on lots and lots of fun things.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon. Thanks to Emily and to Catherine for always helping us come up with all these ideas and all that. My daughter's in school now, so I lost my biggest helper. You're not getting down. Nope. But anyways, okay, any other questions or can I?
Yeah, Tanya said, what is the story behind a red Klee Kai? Are they new? And if so, how did they discover?
They're pretty new. I mean, the first red Klee Kai really showed up, oh gosh, probably 15 years ago or so. So it was a long time ago, but only one. And then there was not another red Klee Kai for years. And we really didn't know where it came from. And so eventually somebody ended up having another red Klee Kai. And so then it was like, we realized that our breed actually carries the red gene. And so in order for us to expand that and get more red puppies, I think every Klee Kai breeder at the time all started ordering test kits, and I just got bit. And we all started DNA testing our puppies and dogs to see who has the red gene. Somebody's alarm's going crazy.
I know, and I just went to go look and I have no idea on where it's coming from. Thank you, Scott.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take my sweatshirt off because I'm roasting, so you gotta bear with me for a second. You can ask another question while I do that. I just need to not get too hot. And not.
Catherine answered that question.
I'll give you one. You want?
Okay, we're good.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm gonna. Is that for Diamond? Right? Yeah, I'll give it to you. Okay, so what should we go over first? Should we go over the pros or the cons? That's the question. Of course. Those puppies, I'm gonna give.
Oh, this is a good question. Really quick, it had to do with the last question.
Okay.
Nikki said, when the red was first discovered, was it considered a breed fault?
Oh no, it wasn't considered a breed fault. I think back then, and I would have to look at the breed standards to know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it didn't specify a gray, black, or red. It just specifies any color with contrasting color and markings, and not to be one solid color. So I think that we were protected in that sense that we didn't limit it to only certain things. And maybe that's because we knew that with the Siberians that there was multiple colors, and so we could get those moving forward. All right. Who's all eating me? Who's all eating me? Huh? Who's all eating me?
You're good.
Okay, I think we're going to start with pros first. Why? Because I don't want to scare everybody away right away and send them running because the Klee Kai have all these cons. Okay, so did I leave my paper over there? I did. Hey, honey. No, there's a paper on the table right there that lists the pros and cons. Would you stop taking everything? I'm gonna give them stuff. I gotta give him a bone for sure. While you're getting that, it says it has all my notes, like pros, housekeeping, all of that stuff. No.
A couple people want cons first.
You do?
Emily, Heather, Fabiana.
You guys want the bad first?
Liza said, I'm too far into it now to run away.
Very true. Hey, I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that I just bought because I don't want to give them to them and then you ask me about it. So I'm just going to go over that before I even dive in. And if you guys want the cons, we'll go with the cons. That's fine. All right, I bought a couple of new things. So before I hand these to the babies.
Jeremy said, and now we know who eats dessert before their veggies.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's see how they like this stuff. All right, this one, I froze it. It's all soggy and frozen. It's hard as a rock. This is, I'm going to show you. I kept the tags. All right. Wait, this one? Yes. So this one has like a rag like you would give a toddler.
It didn't focus. Now it did.
And you wet it and then you freeze it and it has this rubbery teething, just like you would give a toddler. But it's made specifically for dogs. So I froze it. Let's see if these teething puppies like it. This is another teether because I have all these puppies who love to eat my shoes and chew on everything. So this is also one that you freeze, but there's no liquid in it. I don't know how they'll like it. You could also put treats in there. We'll see how they like that one. And then I bought them some new bones, and they're not rawhide, but they are, hold on. They are these, look, here, sit. No, sit. No. One of the things we're going to talk about, stubbornness. Here, babies. Here. So these are not rawhides, but they are some type of cow, cow tail. We'll see what they like. I don't know. But maybe now I can talk and then you'll be driving me crazy. Last week's treats, they didn't care for too much, did they?
Fabiana said, tell us all the reasons not to get a Klee Kai and then all the ones why we're going to get one anyway.
Exactly. All right, so these are 4-inch thick cow tail. I don't know. We'll see. We'll know in about 2 minutes if they are all over me again or if they leave me alone. Okay, so let's go over the cons first then. Sure. That works. How many thumbs ups do we have?
56.
All right. Good job, people. I'm proud of you. Okay. Cons. There's a lot, but I remembered last week that my page was so long that I couldn't get through everything. And so I just listed probably the most commonly known cons or the most commonly things that we see, traits, bad behavior, that type of thing. So that's what we're going to go over. This isn't everything, I'm sure, and everyone's going to have their own opinion. This is just based on my experience, our opinion, what we see, and so here we go. Stubbornness. So this breed is super, super stubborn. Remember, they're a northern breed. They take after the Huskies in a lot of different ways, and stubbornness is one of them. And the best way to not really cure it, but the best way to teach them that you are the boss and they are not the boss is to not give in to their stubbornness. They can't win. Once they win, they realize they won, and they will never give up because they won once. They're going to win again and again and again. So stubborn. It's good and it's bad, right? A lot of times we like it. We like it when they have a mind of their own and they're smart and they do all these things because they know that they can, but it's not always in their best interest. So we got to be the boss of them. Lex, if you have specific questions of cons, you can just interrupt me, okay?
Okay.
And then, of course, remember, guys, if we get super chat, super stickers, and you have a question, make sure that you put that question in the comments after you send your super chat or super sticker because you jump to the top of the list of questions. And if you do have a super chat or a super sticker, your question doesn't have to be about this specific topic because you're paying for your question to be answered. Okay, so the next one falls under both categories if you ask me. I think it's a pro and a con. but sometimes it can be pretty annoying, and that is that they're a vocal breed. So this breed, they talk, they howl, they cry, they scream, and it's all part of the vocalness. And I don't really understand why, but of course it comes from the husky traits. But I don't know why some dogs howl and talk and others just bark annoyingly. But this breed is pretty vocal. So I put it as a con because there are times when you need to leave them home alone and you haven't done your job on teaching them how to be alone, and they suffer from separation anxiety and they're screaming and your neighbors are complaining, or animal control shows up because they think your dog's dying. There's a lot of bad with it, but there's also a lot of good that comes with it. Hi, little mommy. This is the tiniest little baby. She weighs 1 pound 15 ounces. Huh? You're just a tiny baby. So it's good and it's bad. So we'll go over it a little bit more whenever we talk about the pros. It can be super cute. Yeah?
Tanya asks, do they tend to howl or bark more?
Every dog is different. So we have some owners and even some of our own dogs that are not as vocal as others. And we have some people who say their dog never howls. We have some that howl all the time. So every dog is different, and I don't even know why. It doesn't make any sense, especially for us. We have a lot all raised in the same home, but we have some that are very, very talkative. The talkative part is the pro, I think, for me personally, because I love it when they talk and they're like, "Arr, arr, arr." That's the cutest part. But I don't really have an answer for you.
And then, what is the best way to keep them from howling when they're alone?
Well, a lot of it is boredom, and it could also be separation anxiety issues because they were never taught to be alone. So there's a lot of things that go into that. But as a puppy, you really have to just play it out. Like, you can't give in because they're stubborn, so you have to stick to your guns. And if you guys are consistent and you teach them at a young age, they'll get over it. Within a few weeks, they'll be totally fine. It's whenever we give in and we are suckers, and we don't want them crying, so we get them out of their crate, or we let them out of their playpen, or we spoil them rotten and don't crate train them, and then it becomes an issue for years and years and years. Hi, Mama. There's a bone. Can I keep going now?
I have a super chat from Cindy.
Okay.
What is the best way to work with the Klee Kai when they have separation anxiety?
Cindy, are you talking about that you already have a Klee Kai and they're older and they have separation anxiety, or more like trying to prevent separation anxiety?
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Hi, who's this one? We'll come back to her because I don't want to take too much time, and I would rather really know exactly what she's talking about so I can answer her question properly, okay? So when she answers, let me know.
Okay.
So my next con is gonna be they're needy. So if you are the type of person who doesn't want your dog all in your face, and you want your own time, and you don't want them in your bed, and you don't want them all over, and you don't want to take them everywhere.
Thank you, Liza.
Thank you, Liza.
She had a super chat.
Okay. Thank you. Let me just finish this, and then we'll jump back, okay?
All right.
Then this breed isn't the right breed for you, because as you guys see every week from week to week, like, they're all up in my face. They want to lick my face. They jump all over me. They want to be with us. And so as much as we like that because we want them to be a companion, it can be overbearing at times, especially if you're very busy and you don't have time right now. Like, you have time for a dog, but you just don't have time right now. And that's where I'm at, is sometimes I don't have time and they're all up on me, and I'm trying to type on the computer and they're just knocking my hands all over, or they knock our water over, or whatever, because they just want that attention. So that's one that can go with, it'll be a combination with, like, hopefully they heard that. So that was a roar, that was a little talk, that was super cute. But it can go hand in hand with companionship, right? Like, they want to be your companions, so they want to be with you. So there's pros and cons with that. All right, I'll let you jump back to the separation anxiety.
Really quick, I'm gonna skip back before that. And Cindy said an older Klee Kai that recently developed social anxiety.
Oh. And maybe that's because everybody was home, and then you decided, like, obviously with COVID, maybe everybody was home, and then you had to go back to work, or the kids were home for summer. I don't know exactly, but I'm assuming that's probably why. You pretty much have to start from ground zero. So now you have to start with teaching them alone time is okay. I don't know if you crate train your dog, or if they have a separate space, or if they have free run of the house if they're older. But you're gonna have to slowly teach them that alone time is okay. So it just goes back to being a puppy and starting from the beginning. Teach them slow baby steps. So 10 minutes at a time, work your way up, 15 to 20 minutes at a time. And each time when you come home, you don't make a big deal out of it. It's not like, oh my God, mommy's home, and make this big stink. You just quietly come home, you ignore your dog, you put your purse down, you put your keys down, you put the groceries away, and then you pay attention to the dog. Hey! Sorry. I have this Tasmanian devil eating my phone cord, and he's going to destroy my phone. No. All the bones in the world, all the toys in the world, and he's eating the cord. You're a bad boy.
Now we're gonna skip to Liza, and she said about social anxiety. If
Wait. I kind of stopped in the middle of that because I know this is a big topic though. Separation anxiety, a lot of people talk about it, and so I don't want to rush through that one. And so when you do come home, make sure you don't make a big deal out of it, and then keep increasing the amount of time, and slowly but surely your dog will be reassured that you're coming back each time. Just make sure that they don't have free run of the house. Make sure that they're not at the door crying for you, and start slow. Be patient. All right.
Okay, now Liza said about separation anxiety. If we leave the puppy and come back, he gets extremely overstimulated and will not stop biting and nipping at our hands and face. How does one work around it?
So when you come home, don't go down to his level, first of all, because the reason why you go down to the level is because you want to give him love and attention, and you want to make a big stink out of it. But when you do that, now you're inviting a dog that already has that behavior to do it more. So you're not allowed to go down to his level. If he is instantly getting like that, then when you come home, the first thing you need to do when you are ready to pay attention to him is either feed him, exercise him, give him some treats, something to occupy him, but you're still giving him love and attention. So you need to take that away from him so he's not jumping at you, and that he has something positive, right, to look forward to, but he doesn't get to jump all over you and nip at you. And if he is still doing that right when you get home, then you need to ignore him when you first get home and let him still calm down. But most likely he's super overstimulated and crazy excited because he's probably needs to exercise. He's super excited because you guys are home. Don't knock that over. And he wants you to play with him. So instead of going down on the ground, take him out to run, take him out to play. Or after you do that, if you let him go potty, then bring him in and work with him with treats and rewarding, name calling, teaching him that something to preoccupy him so that he can't just instantly jump up at you. So try that first, Liza. If that doesn't work, then next week let me know what we can do.
She also said, my question is regarding beyond the, in quotes, in your face, where he will not calm down even though he's biting and hurting you.
Wait, what? He said, did she say that right now?
She said it a few minutes ago.
Can you repeat what she said?
My question is regarding beyond the, in quotes, in your face, where he will not calm down even though he's biting and hurting you.
Yeah. So you can't get down on his level. He's not allowed to be in your face. And if you have to be down low, or if you're trying to hold him, then you don't hold him. You have to take away the environment. So what does that mean? You have to take your face and hands out of the equation.
Okay. Can I do a few more questions?
Sure.
Do you know how to stop excited peeing?
Oh boy, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Who asked that?
Daniel.
Daniel, I wish I knew that. I need to do some research on that because little Miss Kira has just started doing that, and it is very annoying. So I feel your pain. Hey Lex, can you make a note for me so I could do some research on that? I'm gonna do some research on that, Jeremy, and let's talk about that next week. Oh,
Daniel.
Oh, sorry, Daniel. Let's talk about it next week because I need to know too. Okay. Are you calm now? Do you have any more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was writing down
Okay.
our notes.
No problem. Thank you.
Jen asked, can you expand more on the stubbornness characteristics? How does it affect training, walking on a leash, recall, etc.?
Yeah, so a lot of the stubbornness depends on like what it is that they're wanting. The goal for them is that they want what they want and they don't care that you're saying no. So like for example, they're so stubborn that you're trying to teach them to walk on one side and they're just keep pulling and pulling and pulling. Or you're trying to teach them to sit and they don't want to sit because they have a mind of their own and so they ignore you. Or for perfect example, we gave Nala when she was a baby, when she got her first set of shots, she was so mad and so stubborn that she wouldn't look at us. So she just was mad and said, nope, I'm not looking at you. I want nothing to do with you right now. But a lot of it is, it's just them being in charge. They think they're the boss and they make the rules and they don't want to do what we want them to do. So they just flat out refuse, or they don't look at you, or they don't respond. You call them and call them and call them, and they're up on the hill trying to get a lizard out of a rock, and they don't care that we're talking to them. So the best way to approach that is you have to find what it is that entices your dog. So is it a specific toy? Is it a specific... Thank you, Stacy. Is it a specific toy? Is it a specific treat? Is it their favorite bone? Is it their favorite, whatever it is, you need to find that, and whatever that is, first use that to get their attention. Second, you have to work on recall and getting them to respond to recall. And so it could be a slow process because if they don't want to, they're not going to. But once you get to the point where they respect you and they've learned that you make the rules and they don't make the rules, then a lot of the stubbornness is going to go away. There's still that chance that they're going to have it at some point. They aren't going to respond. They aren't going to listen. But you can nip a lot of it in the butt once you find out what's going to get their attention and once they truly, truly respect you as their owner and master. Hey, no. Once you have that, a lot of the problems are going to disappear. Somebody's tired. Okay. Are we good? Or more? Hello?
Oh yeah, you're good. Sorry.
Okay. So you don't have any more questions? I could keep going.
Not right now.
Okay, good.
Stacy just wanted to say hi.
Okay, hi. Okay, so back to our cons. The next is that they can be shy, reserved, timid, as a whole, as a breed. And so you'll see that a lot of times if you're just doing research on a breed specifically, like we would just say Alaskan Klee Kai, you've never heard about them and you just came across the breed and you start reading up, a lot of things you're going to see is that they can be shy or reserved with strangers. And so it's definitely a con, right? Like they're made to be companions. You want to be able to take them everywhere. And so how do we eliminate that? How do we make sure our puppy doesn't have that? And so the best thing to do is you have to start early. It's all part of the process of socializing and enrichment things where you're teaching them how to cope, get them as many places as you can, experience as much as you can with a lot of different sounds and textures and a lot of things that go into that, which I have a whole video, a couple videos on that type of stuff. So that's super, super important. If you don't do that and if you don't start young, there's a very, very good chance that your dog will have shyness, reservedness, timidness, scared. A lot of different things can come with that. But you can prevent that. Of course, it also depends on how they're raised the first 8 weeks, because their environment, those first 8 weeks are super, super important. And I have a caterpillar now that gets to take my shoes away from you guys. So, and so you want to do everything you can to try to prevent it. But just know that it is something that does happen. We've seen it. The other thing is between 16 weeks and probably 24 weeks, you can also see a puppy that was super outgoing, very social, not shy, not afraid of anything, all of a sudden revert to this shy, timid dog. And a lot of that is, it's just this weird time where you are pooped out, baby. You need your sweater. Where all of a sudden they're not the same dog. And I don't know what it is exactly, but we've seen it several times, and you just need to continue working through it. So do all the list of things that you need to do, and get them into puppy class, get them all over the place, and hopefully you'll be able to nip that in the butt. You're tired. All right. They're cat-like. Remember we talked about this. You guys, where are you going? All right, I can't talk with you. So I have 2 left. One is they're too smart for their own good. And that could be a bad thing, because yes, we want them to be a smart breed. Yes, we want them to pick things up right away, but that also means they learn how to open up gates. They learn how to open up doors. They learn how to become escape artists. They learn how to manipulate us. There's so much that comes into that. So it's good and it's bad. So a lot of my pros and cons, they go both ways, because it depends which way you look at it. So that one, are we good?
I have a question if you don't want to answer it.
Sure.
Lauren said, have you ever had your Klee Kai argue with you when they're in trouble? Mine likes to say no, and I don't know.
Yes, exactly. It goes right back to them being in charge, them making the rules, them telling you exactly how their day went, and they're going to tell you all about it. But yes, definitely. All right, my last one that I have on my list for cons is they shed. And so for some people, they don't want a dog that blows their coat and has hair all over the place. And this breed definitely sheds. So we are going to go over a couple of those things, and I have a few examples of some grooming stuff. We're going to hit that at the very end, but they do blow their coat twice a year. And what I mean by blow their coat is they have a double coat. So they have their inner coat and their outer coat. Their inner coat, which is the part that sheds twice a year whenever you hear somebody talk about blowing coat, that's the part that actually sheds out. And you would never believe how much fur will come out of this little dog. It doesn't look like they have a whole lot of fur, but then you start brushing and brushing and brushing, and it never ends. And so, yes, it gets hairy. Yes, they shed. Yes, you need roller brushes. The good thing is, if you maintain your dog's... You're too cute, Mommy. I see you. I see you. Come here. Aww. If you maintain a weekly grooming schedule as far as brushing them and taking them to the groomer when they're blowing coat really bad, it is manageable. When they're not blowing coat, there's not a lot of fur. Is the fur ever going to be non-existent? No. But it's definitely minimal whenever they're not blowing their coat.
Thank you, Ellie.
Thank you, Ellie. If you brush your dog every week, even when they're not blowing coat, and that could be for 5-10 minutes, it's not a whole long time. If you do that, then when they are shedding and blowing that coat, it's going to be less, because what's going to happen is you're going to be constantly getting out all of the loose, dead fur and promoting the growth of the new fur. And so it'll be less, and it'll be way more manageable.
I have some more questions.
Okay.
Natasha said, what is the average size of a litter? It seems like there's been a lot of variation.
Oh, there is. And every breeder probably has their own average. And so there's no set number, but I will say over the years for us it's 3. So we've been breeding since 2003, and over the years the average is 3. Some years it's good, some years it's not as good. The most we've ever had that survived is 6. The most we've ever had was 7. And of course, there's litters of 1. And a lot of that depends on so many factors. You know, how old is the dog? How young or old, I guess. How's their diet? How is their overall health? How's the weather? It could be so many different things, but 3 is our average. All right, that was a long answer.
I love how people are answering other people's questions.
I love it too. You guys are great. That's what a community is. Like, that's the best part of having a community, is that it's not just us having to answer everybody's questions. We would never have enough time in the day. But for, hey, no, you don't take her collar.
Thank you, Dana.
But for everyone else who already knows the answers or have been here for a while, we appreciate you guys responding and letting everybody else know. How many puppies can I have? All right, we good?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Tanya said, when do they blow their first coat?
So they will blow their first puppy coat usually when they're about 3.5, 4 months old. And that is just an estimate. So it's, come here.
Thank you, Erica.
Thank you. It could be anywhere between 3.5, 4 months normally. Once they blow that puppy coat, then they'll start to get their adult coat, and it should be usually every 6 months after that. So a lot of people misinterpret it, and they think that it's every summer and every winter, or every fall and every spring, and that is just not the case. I believe that it has a lot to do with when they're born, because if they blow their puppy coat when they're about 4 months old, and then usually 6 months later, they're gonna blow that coat again, then of course, she's behind the phone. I wish she was right there. I was gonna have you turn it on. Then of course, they're not all gonna be on the same schedule. Kira, do not attack her. So it just depends. Every dog is different because of their birthday. All right.
Okay. This one was asked and answered, but there's a lot of questions regarding bathing. So why shouldn't you wash them too often is the first one we're gonna go with.
Okay. You don't want to wash them too much just because they have a lot of natural oils, and you don't want to dry out their coat and their skin. If you do that, you're going to have dogs with flaky skin, and you're going to see a lot of dandruff and that type of thing. So you don't want to bathe them too much because of that. So every breed is a little different, but for the Klee Kai, they need those oils.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Those aren't so bad. Kira, be nice. Okay, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ask a couple more about the bathing questions because there's a lot of them.
Okay.
Do you recommend bathing your 8-week-old puppy as soon as you get them, at least socialized to it? Sorry.
So good question. It depends who you're getting your puppy from, of course. You know, we usually try to give our puppies a bath the day they're leaving. Sometimes it's the day before, depending on the weather. But usually they have a bath right before they leave. So there's really not a point to give them another bath right away. And then if you aren't sure and you don't know if your puppy's had a bath, you can always ask your breeder. Young puppies do tend to have a lot more baths than adults because they make messes, they get into things, they roll around in their potty, in their pee or their poop, and get into things they're not supposed to get into. I'm gonna roll this bed over here so everybody can see everybody. So you shouldn't have to do it right away.
And then the next one is, when should you first give them a bath? Should you give them a bath when they're blowing their first coat?
Yes. So good question again. So the best way to really release a lot of that fur that is coming out is, what are you eating? Oh, it's a it was a part of the ball that they had, the older dogs had. Sorry. Well, I just lost my train of thought again. It was the
bathing when they have their first.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Once you start wetting them and you start washing and lathering up that soap, it's going to release a lot of that undercoat that's already starting to come out. What we do, what works best for us, is we put them in we have a huge deep sink, and so we'll put them in there and we'll start to comb them and brush them with them being wet and with them having the soap on. So it's all lathered up and it literally just falls out. So that is the best way to get it out easily without it going poof all over your house and your face. Go ahead. Next question.
Okay, now I'm going to skip back up to where we were.
Okay.
Is it best to put them in a crate when you are eating so they don't beg?
I mean, yeah, or feed them when you're eating dinner, depending if that works. Or if you have them in their own space, you can do that, put them in their own space so that they're not begging. But definitely, even if you can't do that and they're in the same space, you just need to teach them the right manners and teach them no. Give them something to preoccupy them. It doesn't have to be their meal, but you can definitely give them a treat or, you know, their favorite toy or something to keep them busy too.
Okay. How do you feel about using the prong or pincher collars on the Klee Kai?
I don't know. I've never used one.
For training.
We use a simple choke chain. It is a choke. Come here, Mama. It's very thin, so I know it's not too aggressive for them, but it does the job. And so I think that's probably all they need. Let me get this little tiny girl. She's crying. So I would say you probably don't need one of those pinch collars. If you teach your dog, I'm going to get that collar. If you teach them at a young age with this choke, then this should be all you need. But this is what we use. This is what we use for all of our dogs for training and for walks. So it's very, very thin and does the job very well. Okay.
Okay.
How many thumbs ups are we at?
78.
Ooh, we are getting close. If you guys just jumped on.
But we have 103 people on.
Oh, how many of you guys are waiting? If you just jumped on, we're going to be giving away something to the person who hits that thumbs up at 100. So do me a favor, guys. Make sure all of you guys hit that thumbs up.
When are you expecting a new litter? And can you do another ultrasound video, labor video? It's so cool.
It's actually, they love this toy. It's actually on my list of things to talk about. Who's asking that?
Liz.
All right, Liz. We've got, hopefully, if I don't run out of time, we're going to bring in Kiara and Sky. So our next litter is due in 7 days. So 9/29 is her first due date, and she was bred to Aussie. And red and white and a gray and white. And so ultrasounds, I want to do another ultrasound. I just don't have enough time. And videos, so it just depends. Like if I know they're gonna have puppies really soon, then I can get everything set up. It's just that they don't have puppies right here with everything here, so I have to rearrange everything. I don't know. If you guys want to do another ultrasound, I think we have somebody that she's looking like she's pregnant, and if she is, then maybe next week we could do ultrasound on the live. But what I would have to do is I would have to move over there and take the camera with me or something. We'd have to figure it out. But we can do it. I don't mind doing it. It's fun. We've done a few. We just haven't put them on here. Was that it for that question?
Yeah.
I was losing track of what all I answered.
Yes.
Okay.
The other, yeah, you said labor, ultrasound,
Yeah.
and new litters, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next is, around what age, do breeding females usually retire?
I guess every breeder is a little different. We try to retire between 6 and 7. So it depends on, Taz, put it on the phone.
Which one, yours?
Oh yeah, now he's over there.
Now it's on the ground.
Yeah, because he just jumped on it. Oh yeah, he's a bad boy. Okay, so normally you'll have to tell me, Lex, because I want to fix it.
Okay.
Normally 6 to 7 years old, but it depends.
Right, sorry.
It depends on. I don't even know if I'm even close to where I'm supposed to be.
Right there is perfect.
Hi, Mama. Did you look in the camera? Oh, good boy, Tazzy. Is it still on that?
Yeah.
So you guys saw him come right through the tunnel.
Thank you, Natasha.
So he came through the back and then went out the front. That was cute. Thank you, Natasha. So every breeder is a little different. Every dog is a little different. You know, sometimes we will push it off as much as we can just because they're an amazing asset to our breeding program, or because we only get boys and we haven't had a girl to replace it. Put it on Eric's. Oh, never mind. She moved. Dang it. I wish we could have them all on at the same time.
Oh, I can.
Oh.
Hang on.
Well, no one's over there, but try it. And while you're trying to figure that out, I'm going to keep talking.
I already got it.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to do this.
You're right in the middle, too, so you can see, like, little tiny...
What it is. So you guys could see. Hopefully they'll look at the cameras. These guys were tired. Okay, that's cool. So then again, a lot of it just depends, but usually 6 to 7, and I guess that's pretty much it. I could ramble on.
Okay. Oh, how old are they? All the puppies you have right now?
Okay, so there is a litter of 5, and they are all the tiny ones, and they are 5 weeks old. They were 5 weeks old on Tuesday. And then the 2 older ones are Taz is the red boy, and he's almost 9 weeks. And then Kira is almost 11 weeks. So almost 9, almost 11. And then Nala is loving that cowtail, by the way. If you guys already have a Klee Kai, just know she has devoured that. And look at these two. They're running circles. They're trying to go through the maze because my water's in the way over that bone. So that was a hit.
Well, with all 3 cameras on, you can't see her.
Oh, well, that's okay. Obviously, you see Taz running all around, so he... Here they come!
And the little tiny red girl is scared to get off the bed.
She's like, I think I'm safe right here. All right. Please see my screen.
How is Kira doing?
She's a brat. She's pretty good. I mean, we're dealing with right now this little pee thing. She's getting excited and she pees. So aside from that, she's good. But that part's annoying. I do need to figure out how to fix that. She didn't do that until about, what would you say, like a week and a half, Lex? It's pretty new.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go back to some baby questions for a minute.
Okay. Don't do too long because I still gotta remember. I gotta do all of the rows.
I know. You mentioned not bathing them too often. How often should you give your puppy a bath?
So if you're talking young puppies, you can give them a bath every month. Only if they need it though. Don't give them a bath just because it's every month. If they don't need it, skip it and do it every 2 months. We don't give our dogs mini baths. You're talking 3 or 4 times a year. That's it. But they also play in the water. They also self-clean. This breed is very, very clean. They're very cat-like. They don't want to be dirty, so they are filthy. In fact, Nala was digging a hole this big about 30 minutes before the live. You wouldn't even know that she was digging in the dirt because she's spotless. So, come here, little baby. Who's crying? My little red
She's just...
She's tired. is what it is. Come here. You can't figure out where I'm at? Come here. She's trying to go through. Goofball. Let me grab her. Come here, Mommy. Come here. Let's go over here. Are you tired? Huh? Okay, sorry. So, we were talking baths, right?
I think you finished.
Yeah. Puppies, you can do every month if you have to. Otherwise, every 2 months. Otherwise, adults, 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Unless they're
next
blowing
one
coat.
is Dana asked, do they normally like water or would they go into a pool and swim?
Yeah, so it depends how they're raised. If you have a pool and you have a puppy that's 8 weeks old and you introduce them or you take them to the beach and the lakes a lot, they will learn to love it. There are a few Klee Kai that we know that jump in the pool. It's on the low, right? Put it on just mine, Lex.
Oh, it's on all 3.
I know, but can they see her?
Yep.
Really? Because I can't see. Okay.
Don't tell me you can't see.
Well, I can't because that's just a different view. How do you guys like that view? I don't like the one with the bed. It's all in the way. Should I change that?
Oh, you put it there.
Well, I can't see what it looks like. I got distracted. Sorry, what were you saying? What was I supposed to be answering?
Pools.
Too much going on.
Water.
Too much going on. Yes. So it depends. If you do take them to the lake and the beach and you introduce them at a young age, yes, they're gonna love it. If they don't jump in, at least they're gonna like to go in on their own. We used to have a beach entry pool. They absolutely loved to go in it because it was beach entry. So they could control how far they went in and they didn't have to jump in. We also have kiddie pools. So we buy the plastic pools. We buy 3 or 4 at a time because they will ruin them. And we know that, but that's okay because they're $10. And they love to go in those as well. Hey, everybody's getting tired. Okay.
Okay. Oh, Liz asked, at what age do you start breeding your girls? I can't wait to see Nova's first puppies.
After a year old for sure. So usually, depending on the dog, she was too young at a year old. She was in season right at a year old, but we skipped her because she just was too small. And I wanted to see if she can grow a little bit more. The red puppy's just trying to get that color off. But usually between 12 and 18 months. Where are you going? You're tired.
Do their coats get matted easy? My cat has a double coat and he gets mats sometimes.
No. Not at all. Especially if you brush them. Who's crying? Is that Khaleesi's puppy?
Yeah.
Can you, since you're right there, can you just make sure she's not smashed or something?
Yeah.
Especially they blow that coat and you're gonna be brushing them, hopefully, you're gonna be brushing them at least once a week. So if you do that, you won't have a problem. But their hair's not too long to get matted.
He's fine. He's laying on top of Khaleesi.
Okay.
He's just being...
Baby's tired.
Okay, Lindsay said regarding washing when blowing coat, how do you recommend keeping all the hair from going down the drain?
Well, you're a talker. Sorry, I wanted to let her finish. You can't. Of course, they have the things that you put in the sinks so that all of your human hair doesn't go in, and that's a good way to start. But ours, where we give everybody a bath, it literally has the little crosses in the sink drain, and so the fur is long enough to where it doesn't just slide through. So it literally just wraps around that little T-square, and we just pull it out. You'll start to feel that the water is filling up instead of draining, and you know to just keep clearing it. It doesn't get that bad. You giving me the stare down? Speed her up. I'm gonna run out of time.
I know. Can we see the mommy of Pumpkin and the 5 girls?
Yes, I will get them in, but not, well, we could, but I'm gonna wait. Let me just finish and get to my pros, and then we'll get her in, because otherwise I'm never gonna get this done.
Okay, I just have I'll do one more and then we'll take a break for a minute.
Okay.
It must be a hassle to take them all at once, do you leave the smaller ones with someone? I don't know what that's about. I don't remember what we were talking about. This is a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. What were we
Okay.
talking about that would cover?
I don't know.
Who is that?
Zoe.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Zoe.
We'll go to Lindsay.
Okay.
When is Sky due? And is she the one that bred with Ozzy?
Sky is due in 3 weeks, and she was bred to Trout, and Kiara was bred to Ozzy.
Really
Trout
quick,
and Ozzy are brothers.
really quick, what's the name of the bones again?
Those are the picture. They'll have to go back to it because I have it over there now, or up there. Honey, is it right there?
What's that?
The bag to those bones that I just gave them. It's empty.
Yes.
Can you hand that to me? Because I have 3 puppies sleeping on me and I don't want to get up. They're cow tails. And
Hold it up.
no, it's fine. I was just gonna, it's called Amazing Dog Treats. And they're made in Turkey. And I got them on Amazon. And these are 4-inch thick cow tails. And I did read a lot about these cow tails, which is a good alternative to rawhides. So they're grass-fed, no preservatives, 100% natural, grain and gluten-free, no artificial flavors, and good for digestion. So I thought, let's try them. They're a huge hit. I mean, look at Taz and Kira. They won't stop. She didn't stop. Do you see those babies? So, yeah, Amazing Dog Treats is what they say. Did you like that? Okay. Can I give it back to you? Thank you, honey.
Cool.
All right, next.
Okay.
What are we at for thumbs up?
Thumbs up, we're at 81.
Ooh.
And it's been stuck there for a while. How challenging is it to get a Klee Kai to use a litter box?
Taz. Dang it. He's going to eat that cord. I'm going to have to pull that up.
Okay.
Sorry, babies. I had to move or else he was going to eat my cord. Here. Hold on, people. Okay, we're going to talk litter boxes. Good thing I looked. So, I'm pulling this up real fast. Do you have it on just me now?
Yeah, it's been for a while.
Okay, good. I'm going to lift this higher
Go for it.
because he is going to eat this and then I'm going to cry. Sorry, guys. I need to do this. All right, litter boxes. So we never used litter boxes in the past, and this is pretty new for us. So we started that probably about 6 months ago, and that was because we saw it on one of the groups that I'm on for Facebook for dog breeding, and then my good friend Julie said she did it with her litter, and it was a game changer. Now, the trick is young. You have to teach them young. If you don't introduce it when they're about 4 weeks old, they don't take to it as easily as the little ones do. So when they're really young, we put that in there with their mom and teach them. And we always, when we don't have them in that area and we go to put them in that area, the first thing I do is put them in the litter box. And the litter we use, baby, can I give you this too? That's Jack. Is called World's Best Cat Litter, and I just happen to have it right here. Now, there's some different kinds you guys can use, but I like this a lot. And this is the one, okay? And it is made from corn. So look at, read the top there. It's just compressed corn is really all it is. So there's no dust, right? It says it's 99% dust free. It easily clumps. It controls the odor. It's flushable and septic tank safe. Okay, so super important things. You don't want your dog to use regular cat litter because of the dust. You want to talk about having a dog with watery eyes. Also, you don't want your dog to eat the rock and the different litter. So you have to make sure it's safe and digestible because you don't know what your dog is going to do with it because it's all new to them. And trust me, we've introduced this to litters, and the first thing they do is they jump. Oh, I was going to turn it. One of them's going potty in the litter box, so I was going to turn the camera. I should put the other camera on the thing. The first thing they do is eat it. They lick it, they bite it. So this is totally digestible. It's fine. It won't hurt them. Even moms, moms eat their puppies' messes, and the moms will go in the litter box and eat it. So that's what they're supposed to do, I guess. But you got to introduce young. If you don't introduce young, you're just going to have to be consistent at keep taking them over to that spot. And I wouldn't change the litter a whole lot. Yes, definitely scoop it, but don't change it a lot until they get used to it because you want that smell to entice them to go to that area. And you need to be home to be able to, just like if you were potty training them outside, be able to reward them when they go to it and reward them when they do their deed in it. But it has been a huge game changer for us because we're raising little bitty puppies. Like they're gonna pee and poop in the house. It's just what's gonna happen. And so it's really Taz.
Since we're talking about litter, Sandy just said I use the green bag for my cats and it's great based on your recommendation.
Awesome. Yeah, I love it.
And then also, since we are talking about litter, I'm gonna skip to Natasha. She said, if you have access to all of the potty options, grass in the yard, turf, or a litter box, do you recommend picking one? Which one? Or better keep them familiar with all?
This little boy's gonna have to go in this crate if you don't behave. He's trying to eat the other cord now. I recommend if you have all of the options, the goal is to teach them to go outside because we don't want to teach them to go in the house if we can get them outside. And we don't want to confuse them either. So we don't want them to potty in the house and then also want them to potty outside and they aren't going to know what we want from them. And so if you have all options, choose outside. That way, whenever you're going on walks, they go potty outside. Whenever you have to take them somewhere, they go potty outside. And they aren't stuck on only wanting to go in a litter box or only wanting to go on a pee pad. For us, remember, our puppies are under 8 weeks old. They can't control their bladder. They're very young. They cannot be potty trained yet outside. So we do the best that we can with this situation, knowing we have young puppies. We always tell you don't do as we do as we say, because it's very different for an 8, 9, 10-week-old puppy versus a 4, 5, 6-week-old puppy.
Okay, going back up. Do any of your dogs not enjoy grooming or bathing?
Most of them are pretty good, but we've started them very young. And I would say out of everybody, Diamond is probably the worst, but not with me.
Thank you, Megan.
She's very stubborn with Alexis because that's her mom, and she knows that if she gives her puppy dog eyes and doesn't want to go to her, then her mom won't do it. But with me, she stands still. So the trick is just doing it young. I really want them to be able to see what this dog is doing. He's literally pacing to find something to get into. So he went to one phone, he tried to get the cord through the gate, jumped up, tried to get the other phone, went over there, chewed on the pee pad. Now he came over here and peed on the pee pad. Now he's going to try to eat the wall probably.
You want me to take him for a little bit?
Yeah, honey.
Come here, bud.
He's like getting into stuff. All right.
Oh, we're at 89.
Oh, we're getting closer. I need to get going. Can I keep going?
This one, hang on, let me do this one. Do you mind if we stay in contact with you after we get a puppy just in case you need more information?
Of course. We would love for you to stay in contact with us, and we hope that you would come on to live every week so that you can ask questions or give us updates. But absolutely, the more the merrier. I mean, of course, I'm busy. I don't always respond right away, but I will get back to you. Just be patient. Hi, pretty. All right.
Thank you for the stickers, guys.
Thank you. Hi, mommy, baby. Nolly, want to come up here? All right, so I'm going to keep going now, okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go to the pros, but I'm going to put her over there so that I can have my Nala. All right. Hi, baby girl. Hi, how's my best girl? All right, pros. Let's talk pros. Okay, I made a video about, what did I call it? 5 best things. 5 best things a long time ago, like a year ago, I think. So that video really covers a lot of the pros that I'm going to discuss. But of course, not everyone has seen that video, so I need to talk about it. And I think I've added a few too. All right, so pros. The one thing that comes to mind right away is that they're small. So like a lot of people live in apartments. They don't have a very active lifestyle to where they can run their dog for 4 or 5 miles a day. They want to take their dog everywhere with them. And so they're a pretty small breed. I mean, Nala's 11 pounds and she's full grown, over a year and a half. And so she's very compact. She can go everywhere that we go. She can hop into the car like nothing. And so they're small, they're compact. So for those of you who want a small dog or live in an apartment, don't have a huge yard, they're the best compromise between having a husky and having that look and having something really small. All right. You let me know if you have questions. I'm going to keep going, okay?
Well, I have plenty. I'm just waiting for you to catch up.
Okay. Let me just go through a few more and then you can ask some more. They're smart. So they're such an intelligent breed, right? So who wants the dumb dog that doesn't know its name and it's a year old or whatever? You want something that's smart and intelligent and that you can challenge. And so, come on. I can't hold everybody. Nala comes down. So they're a pretty smart breed. Remember, there's good and bad with all of this, right? Because sometimes they're too smart for their own good. And so now you want down. Okay, down. You only want what she wants.
Everybody loves Nala. Everybody's saying they love Nala.
Hey, Nala. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Nala is their ideal puppy.
Hi. 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 Nala's mama's baby. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I get distracted. My next thing that's a pro is that they are loyal. So they're such a loyal breed. They are very committed to their owners. They want to please us. They want to make us happy. And they want to give us a lot of love. And so you'll see sometimes where people are talking about they're not good on off leash or that they are stubborn and they're hard to train. But if they respect you and they know that you're the boss, that loyalty is going to play a big part because they're going to be so loyal to their boss, their master, that they're going to obey you regardless of the situation. So loyalty is a big thing. Nala, be gentle. Nala, be gentle. All right. Next is they're an active breed. So yeah, they're small, they're compact, but they're still active. And most of us have an active lifestyle, whether it be we have kids that are in sports and we're at the parks, or we like to go hiking or jogging. They have some energy and we want them to enjoy life with us. So we want to take them to those places. So even the smallest Klee Kai, Nala size, for example, is still very active. I mean, yeah, they get tired faster than a big husky does, but they're active and they can keep up with a 1 mile hike or a 1 mile jog around the neighborhood type of thing. So most people, again, have active lifestyles, and so we think that that is definitely a plus. Another one is, and this one was a good one that somebody just brought up the other day, and she thought that I should go over this. I didn't do my research on this in detail, but one pro is that they don't have an odor. So you know how some dogs have that smell, like a German Shepherd smell. You know, certain breeds have very, very specific, distinct odors. This breed is pretty much odorless, which is a plus, especially if we already have to deal with hair. So at least we don't have to deal with odor and hair. What I did do is I did do a little bit of research in my spare time, and I found that a lot of the odor from different breeds, yeah, it's a specific breed, but there's still an odor that comes regardless of a specific breed, and it is related to either their ears, their anal glands, their teeth, which is bad breath, or their skin. And so it started to make a lot of sense once I started doing that research, because some breeds have an odor because they have floppy ears. And so, well, this breed doesn't have floppy ears. You're going to bite her tail and she's going to get mad at you. And so that makes sense. Some breeds have anal glands that have to go to the vets to get cleaned out because they get nasty. And this breed's not prone to that. I'm not saying that it probably doesn't ever happen, but that's not something that we've experienced. And so we don't have to deal with that. Like if you are familiar with bulldogs, they are very, very well known for that. And so, hey, they're going to have an odor from that. And then you have dogs that are prone to skin problems. So they'll have bacteria or yeast problems that we don't ever deal with in this breed. So that made a lot of sense as well. And then the last, which is probably going to be, well, there's a couple more. One is going to be gas. So of course, depending on their food, their diet. So if they're eating a well-balanced meal, then of course you're going to hopefully eliminate some of that. I will say this breed can have stinky gas, but a lot of it has to do with giving them too many treats, not giving them good quality treats, or not giving them good quality food. And then the last one that I really read up on was teeth and bad breath. And so of course they can have that, right? Because if you don't do teeth cleanings and brushing their teeth and making sure that they're eating a lot of natural bones, then they can have bad breath. But odor itself makes sense now. I didn't really understand why they didn't, but now it makes sense. So they are odorless. And the last one for my pros is probably the best one. They are the best companion. And so, of course, they're the best companion because why? They want to be with us. They want to love on us. They want to please us. And yes, they're stubborn. And yes, all of those things that come with all the bad traits or bad behavior or cons, as we say, they all are just pushed out the window the minute you see the list of pros. And the last thing on my list is the best companion. Because what does everybody want a dog for? We want a dog so we have a companion. We want a dog so that we could take places. We want a dog to exercise with. We want a dog so that it could be a family member. So what better thing than an Alaskan Klee Kai? Because they're going to give you all of those things. So yeah, there's pros and there's cons, but the pros outweigh the cons, at least in my opinion. And so, Alexis, I'm going to let you answer some questions, but I'm going to get out the nail trimmers and stuff so that I can go over that.
Okay.
Okay?
We're at 90 thumbs ups.
Woohoo!
10 more. Okay. Do Klee Kais fatten up over a year? Pixie, aka Slushy, aka Spazzy, is still skinny.
I wouldn't say after a year. A lot of it depends on when they're spayed. They'll start to slowly gain weight. But also depending on how active your lifestyle is, what type of food you feed. But yes.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. Yes, they will start to gain weight. Usually when they're about 2.5 is when I would say they're definitely fully mature as far as thickness goes. But they'll start to gain weight that maybe they shouldn't be gaining once they hit a lot older, like 5, 6, that type of age. But again, it depends on your lifestyle. Okay, Lex.
Okay.
I'm gonna get this stuff for Nala.
Do you want me to wait?
Nope, I have it right here. So you can ask.
What's your favorite trick to train your Klee Kai?
I mean, it's not even a hard one, but I really like to do the paw one because I feel like paw is like giving me high five. And so it's like, paw, paw. Nola knows it, but paw. See? Did you guys see that? Good girl. Yes, a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. So it's not that hard, but I think it's super, super cute. Huh? Yeah. She's a good girl. Yeah. Easy, but cute. All right.
Okay, next one is Eric. He asked, are potty pads or litter box training easier to start them on?
If you're talking about a puppy that you already have that you're doing, it's probably going to be pee pads. If I don't know what your breeder has used too. A lot of that has to do with your breeder. Was that Nala? Here, no, Mama. But if you don't know either, then I would say pee pads are going to be easier than litter box, because a lot of times they don't know what the litter box is, and they think it's a sandbox. They think it's a toy box, and they kick the sand everywhere. By the way, we have Taz, that dog who gets into everything and is my troublemaker. He plays in the sand and kicks it everywhere. All right.
Okay. Oh, I answered that one.
Yay.
Okay. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, can you take them on hikes?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Definitely. You want to. The more exercise, the better. You don't want to take them to the same place over and over either. This breed gets bored really easily. And so it would be one of the things on my cons list, except I don't want to have so many things that I can't get through everything. So I didn't list it. But definitely they get bored, and definitely they want to go to different places. All right, Nala, come here. I'm going to show you guys two. We're going to do grooming. We're going to do nail clipping first. I'm going to show you a little puppy. I intentionally did not clip their nails so that I could show you guys how to do the young puppies. When your puppy is 8 weeks old, you guys should be able to do this on your own. It's not hard at all, okay? Most breeders, hopefully all breeders, cut their puppies' nails, so your puppy should be somewhat used to it. And they're little. They're not in charge. You guys are. All right, Lex.
Really quick?
Yeah.
We have 126 people on, and we only need 10 more. 10 more thumbs up.
Oh, 10 more thumbs up, people. 10 more thumbs up. All right. We good?
Yeah.
Okay. So these puppies are 5 weeks old. And you'll have to tell me if this focuses. Oh, wait. I need to turn this on. Or not. Is this focused? Can they see? Hello?
Yes, I can see.
Alexis, I'm trying to do this and you're over there laughing.
I'm sorry. It's not even at anything. It's...
I know, but I'm asking you a question.
Okay, well,
Is it focused
Yes.
on the puppy? You guys get to see our real life and hear our real life. Okay, I want you to see how long this is. So you could see the white, I'm hoping. Can they see the white part of her nail?
They can...
That does not look focused at all.
Yours is so much lagged. Don't look at yours.
Oh, I see it. Okay. So right now, all I'm using is nail clippers. Big toenail clippers. Okay? So I'm at an angle so you guys could see better. And you can see that the white part that extends out past the quick. So when you see that there's a white and then the pink, this pink line is all part of the quick that you don't want to hit. You don't have to go super far, but you could see the white part. You just take the nail clippers, and look, she's going to sleep while I do it, and clip, and I'm just going to throw them on the floor. Clip, clip, and what I'm doing is I'm pushing her pad.
Your hand's too low. Perfect.
So I'm pushing my thumb on her top of her paw, and with my index finger, I'm just holding her paw here to push this nail out, kind of like a cat's nails, right, where they're kind of going in. But I need to be able to see it better. So all I'm doing is pushing it out, and so I could see where the nail clipper is right here. I could see where it's going to go down. And I cut.
Thank you, Erica. We have a question.
Okay, you can. You can ask it while I keep doing. So, is this good though? Can they still see?
Yeah. While you're cutting her nails, Erica said, "Can we see all the 5-week-old puppies up close?"
Yes.
It's a little bit low.
Wow. All right. So now we have to do the backs, right? Now, so these puppies are really little, so I can just hold them any way, right? But do you see how she is? Do you see that she doesn't even care? That, I don't know, can they see this still?
Yeah.
All right, so all I'm doing is the same thing, guys. I'm just going, maybe I should go sideways again. I'm going sideways so you guys could see, hopefully. And I'm not going too far, right? I'm just getting the tips.
Hey, it's just your boob now.
Oh, thanks. I can't tell.
You get too close and then her foot's too low.
Oh, because I'm doing her back legs, so it's kind of harder. There, is that better?
Yeah.
All right, so now, same thing. I might as well just do all of her nails because I'm right here. Now, these puppies are still really little, and I don't have to worry too much about their nails being super sharp. But I'm going to show you on Nala. I only cut one side of her nails. I'm going to show you in a minute how to use the other nail clippers. All right, so while I'm here, is it focused?
Very much.
All right, there's one. Don't ask me their names. That is,
something with a P.
yeah, it's a P. My list is over there. I don't remember their names, so guys, remember we named the puppies based on your guys' help and suggestions. All right, this is pitiful. I gotta show you guys this. So this is my tiny little puppy. I want you to see her collar. Do you see her collar? She's so tiny that this 8-inch collar doesn't fit her and went over her leg. One of the reasons why we don't leave collars on our puppies. The dogs like to chew on each other. They like to eat the collars, and you can hurt a puppy. But this is my tiny one, so I might as well show you her.
That one's Paprika.
Oh yeah, Alexis knows her. It's focusing good, right?
Yeah.
All right. Come here, mommies. Hi. And we got the pink collar.
Perfect. It's focusing really nicely today.
Thank goodness for that. Hi, pretty girl.
And you're wearing a bling shirt.
I am wearing a bling shirt, but it's white. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Good?
Yep.
Let's see. We got a couple more babies.
Thank you, Erica.
Remember, if you guys are new, do you remember, all of you people that know about these? This is a Star Mark Everlasting Ball. You can get them at Petco, PetSmart, and on Amazon. Probably the best chew bone treat that you could ask for. Was that focused? I don't know. You didn't.
Oh, I don't know. I was looking at the chat. Yeah, and that one's pumpkin.
And then, was that the last one?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. There's one fight. All right, you want to be up front too? Come here, Mama. She wants to say hi. Okay, moving on. Come here, Nala. Oh, Nala, you got that other ring out. I'm going to show you older dogs' nails, okay? So once a dog is older. Oh, I should show you. Hold on. I'm going to show you Tara. I'm sorry, not Tara. Kira. Because she's older, right? So she's not as young. So she's what? Almost 11 weeks. I don't even know if she needs her nails cut because I just probably cut them. Oh yeah. Well, I was going to show you. So do you guys see when I pull out her nail bed and try to, do you see how short it is? I was going to show you hers and cut them. But do you notice that I'm holding her? I'm pulling this all apart and she's not fighting me. She's not fighting me, guys. Okay? So I could literally, let's just say I needed to cut. Do you see this? She's 11 weeks old. If you guys get used to doing this once a week, every 2 weeks, depending on how much your dog gets walked, then, careful, then, yeah, her nails are good. I think I just cut them all last week. So I can't show you her, but I was going to show you. So at least you guys can see, even on 11-week-old puppy, you guys can still cut their nails. You just got to start young. Keep doing what your breeder's doing. All right, Nala. The little babies are beating each other up over the bone. So for Nala, she's older. I cannot use the regular nail clippers, not because she wouldn't let me, but because her nails are too thick. And so they won't fit in the big toenail clippers. So we're going to use 2 things.
Really quick.
Yeah.
We only need 3 more thumbs up.
3 more thumbs ups. All right. So these are nail clippers for pets. So you literally hold it like this. You can see we're in here. The toenail's going to go in, and that's how you're going to cut their toenails. And then if your dog doesn't get a lot of exercise from outside with concrete and things where they can wear down their nails on their own, or if they're too sharp and they're scratching the kids, then you guys can use a Dremel. And this is on, so you guys could hear it. So there's a little bit of vibration and a little bit of sound. And if you start your puppies off young, you'll still be able to use a Dremel in addition to your clippers, and your dog's not going to be afraid of it. Okay, so let's see if I could do this holding her and showing you guys. Now this side I kind of cut, or I trimmed this side, so I don't need to cut that side, but I'm going to show you the other side. The good thing is she's small, so I can hopefully hold her and do it. All right, so same concept, okay? Now do you see how long her nails are? That's ridiculous. So she doesn't really wear her nails down on her own.
Oh, we have 100.
Did we hit 100? Yay! Uh-oh. We
have 4 people.
All right, last week we had 4 people too. Fine. We'll take all 4 of you guys. Congratulations, Whitney, Eric, Carissa, and Lauren. You guys are our winners this week. Lex, what did you say they're getting? A bandana?
No.
Or a mask? Okay, masks. So we're going to send you guys masks. Eric, and Whitney, I don't know if I have your guys' information. Alexis, can you put my email address up there? Please email me because I need to get your information so that I can mail you guys these masks, okay? And we're going to keep going. Is this view, can they see good?
Give me 1 second to move your email up to the top. Okay.
I'm trying to do this while I hold her so you guys can see. Yeah?
It focused on the cat. Nope, perfect.
All right, cool. Okay, so you don't want to put the nail in this way because it's too hard for you to try to push and get her nail in because of this arch, right? So the nail is going to go in from this side, from the flatter side. Okay? Stay, Nola. And you're going to do the same thing you would do on a puppy. So you're going to push it out and you're literally going to just clip off. See how long that nail is? So same thing. Nola, stay. So you see how long that is. I can take a lot of that nail off because I know how far back I can go. Once you guys get familiar with doing this with the little bitty babies, then you'll be able to see where it's basically not transparent and it has that white inside. That's where you don't want to go too far. You can always cut off more, so don't overdo it, right? Just like that. And do you see how short it is now compared to what it was? Is that still good? Can they see?
It gets like she moves and it gets unfocused, but then it focuses back up, so just let it.
Just let it ride?
Yep.
Okay. So now I did her nails, but let's just say they're sharp. And we don't want her jumping on the kids and scratching. Or you, right? So then you turn this Dremel on. There's a few different holes. Okay, so the holes, so that you can put the finger, I say the finger, that's wrong, the paw nail inside. So depending on what finger or what paw, what finger, just depending on which one it is, you may not be able to reach over here or over here. So there's lots of different angles, and this is replaceable. So you take this part off and then you replace the inside with a new disc. And so that way you can keep going. So sorry, but I have to try to hold her while I'm doing this for you guys, so it's a little awkward. So do you hear that sound? So of course it's going to make the sound, stay Nola, because it is grinding down the nail. Now remember, you have her whole paw here, so her whole paw can't go in there. You can't hurt her whole paw and get it stuck in there. Now if you press and press and press, you probably can get too deep. But the goal isn't to go super deep, and you don't want to use this to cut her nails because their nails are too long. It'll take forever and you're going to waste a whole band. But all you're doing is getting the sharpness off. So see how the end one here is harder to get into this hole? So that's whenever you twist this over to the side that's over here. And all you're doing is using my thumb, and I'm just putting a light pressure so that, no, let's stay. So that I can just trim and make sure it's not too sharp. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not cutting her nails with this. I'm literally just feeling to see if it is sharp. And if it's not sharp, then I'm done. Then I would do the other side, and that's it. Okay? Questions?
I have plenty, but I've been waiting for you.
All right, go ahead.
Should we set up a playpen area like yours before we get a puppy?
I would.
From you.
I would. It would definitely save you some heartache, some headaches, some stress, definitely. Because if they have their own area, then when you cannot babysit and watch them, you know that they're safe and they're not getting into stuff they're not supposed to. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to have a caterpillar. But of course, if you do have an area like this, it's going to be better for your puppy. They're going to be happy when you have to leave them alone.
Ready?
Yes. I was getting my water.
What made you become a Klee Kai YouTuber?
I don't know. Honestly, I never thought it was going to get to this, and I never anticipated doing everything we're doing. It just kind of happened where it was like, wow, we should go live so that people who are getting our puppies can see the puppies, because I was getting a little overwhelmed with, can you send me a picture? Can you send me a video? Can you do videos? Can you do videos? And a lot of people wanted me to send it to them on their phone. I don't have enough time to send everybody new pictures and videos all of the time. So that's what originally sparked the interest. And from there, it just kind of grew into this.
Any suggestions on nail cutting with extra wiggly, stubborn 6-month-olds? I also think I spend too much time making sure I don't hit the quick.
Yeah, so make sure the lighting is good. If you need glasses, I will tell you, I usually have my glasses on when I'm doing them because I can see better. But make sure your lighting is good and that you have good clippers. Buy some Stop, it's called Stop, Quick Stop, from Petco, PetSmart, Amazon, and have it on hand. So if you do cut too far, you just dip their nail in it and it'll stop the bleeding. So you're gonna have to practice. It's gonna take time and practice. The more you practice, the better you're gonna get. If your puppy is very wiggly, then my suggestion is get him while he's sleeping. So a lot of times our dogs are sleeping with us on the couch or they're next to us while we're watching TV. Have it handy, and even if you have to just do one at a time, right? You do one and then wait till they stop squirming, they fall back asleep, do another. I will tell you, newborn puppies, when I do pictures, they're sleeping. I just grab their nails and cut them. So it's
Thank you,
easier.
Sammy.
It's definitely easier. But you'll just have to just get them while they're good, or I have another idea. I just had an idea. Something else I just bought that I haven't used yet. is this licky mat. This licky mat is specifically for sticking to a wall or a bathtub. It has to be a flat surface without, like, our walls are pretty textured. And so this is a licky mat that, if you guys saw my videos, we used these, we bought some flat ones from the dogs a while back. So one thing you could try, and of course you're gonna have to pick up a paw. So Nala wants to know what's in here. This will stick. So you're gonna smear their favorite whatever, some type of treat, or cream cheese, peanut butter, smashed canned food, anything like that. You could throw it in the freezer, freeze it when you know you need to cut their nails, and then stick this down, even if it's in the bathtub before you give your dog a bath. Another trick. Let me finish and then I'll tell you that. And then this will keep them preoccupied, especially if it's something to die for that they really love, or maybe something they've never had before that they really enjoy. And so hopefully that will keep them entertained and they won't even remember or realize that you're cutting their nails. Another good tip is if your dog is real squirmy, try to do it when you give your dog a bath. Because if their nails are soft from the water, it's going to be easier for you to cut their nails quicker. When we give puppy baths, we always cut their nails after their bath because it's just super soft. All right.
Will we see Aggie and Khaleesi's babies tonight?
I hope so. What time is it?
7:41.
What? Okay, I have to stop talking. Then I need to get puppies.
Well,
I haven't even, okay, keep going. Go. Honey, can you keep asking questions, and honey, can you give me, take them over there for me, and give me the other?
Yeah.
Come here. Keep asking, Alexis. I'm waiting.
How do you gauge where to clip the
Black
black nails and dew claws?
How do I do the black nails?
And dew claws. How do you gauge?
Honestly, the black ones are very, very tricky, but Nala has dew claws, and one of her nails is black. And the best way to do it is not by, you can't really see the quick part, but you know the length of the dog's nails, and you'll get used to it by the length. And also, like, as it starts to curve, you're going to see that it's thinner and thinner. And so just practice by barely taking a little, and seeing how it is. But I have been doing it so long that I kind of know by the length and not really by the difference in the coloration. So that makes a big difference. The more you do it, the more you really start to get familiar with how long they should be. Oh, yeah. All right, you want to put them over there. Keep going. I'm listening, guys. I just have to get you guys the babies.
Where did you get Nala's collar?
Petco.
It's an easy one. What brand is the nail clipper you used on Nala? I'm making a list.
I'm gonna give you those bones. That is not really a brand I know. I think I've had those for so long, guys. You can get any of those nail clippers. You just want the same style. I'm pretty sure these probably came from Petco. Let me show you. I don't think they have a name. Yeah, they don't. But it's very generic. Doesn't matter. They'll do the job regardless. Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. What are some of their favorite toys?
They like a lot of different toys, so you don't want to give them the same stuff over and over again because they get bored really easily. But some of their favorite toys is our Klee Kai toy that they always get when they leave here and they always play with when they're here. The other thing is like stuff like this where it has lots of legs and tentacles that have different sounds. So some have squeakers, some make crinkly sound. They like balls. They like rattlers. Like they honestly like a lot of different things. But you also want stuff that's durable because a lot of Klee Kai are going to destroy them right away. So you need to find stuff that's durable. Sometimes it's the ones with no stuffing, but it just has squeakers. And as far as bones, all-time favorite, Now these new cowtails are one of their favorites. And I'm going to get you some newborn puppies.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm going to do that real fast because I want to show you guys Sky and I got to show them the babies first. Go ahead, guys.
Well, they can't hear you.
I know. I'll answer when I get over there.
Oh. What type of gates do you use for the puppy area?
What type of
Gates.
Those are on my website. They're all from Petco. Come here, Egg. Hey, honey, can you give me Aggie's last puppy?
Yeah.
So we use the gates that are vertical. So we want vertical bars because they don't climb as easily with the vertical bars. If you guys have the bars that are crisscrossed or have squares, they're going to climb it right away. And the taller the better because you might not think that they need to be super tall when you have a 6-pound puppy, but they learn really quickly. Aggie's in the thing.
I see her. She stole a bone.
Okay. So these are Aggie's and Klaus's puppies. And we have eyeballs that are open, but they're barely open. Okay. I haven't even looked to see what they look like yet. How is that focus?
Perfect.
All right, this is Chunky Monkey, my problem child. Okay. And then we have, remember these are 3 girls. Hi, Ag. Good, focus.
No. No. It's focused on you now. I don't know why. It was doing so good. Pull him back.
We need a different one. They don't like that one.
Perfect.
What the heck? Okay. 3 girls. Where are you going? Stay right there. It's cold over there.
Now it's good.
Okay. There's Aggie's girls. I'm going quick, guys, because if you want to see everybody and you still want to see the pregnant girls, I got to move fast. Do you have a question that you need to answer?
I have one about these. They're cute, right?
Yes.
Okay. Lindsay asked what the Q names were.
Uh-huh. Aggie, come on.
Quigley, Quartz, and Quinn.
Yes.
Those are the Q names.
Okay.
And then, Lauren said, statement, not a question. I wanted to say thank you for telling me about the Factor 7 test. I just got his results.
You have to say that again. She was screaming.
Okay.
Oh, right here.
Okay. Lauren said, it's a statement, not a question. I wanted to say thank you for telling me about the Factor 7 test. I just got his results.
Oh, how was it? Is he affected?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
And then, and now we're talking about puppies and then Q names.
So no more?
No, we're good.
Oh.
Well, there was. I had so many freaking chats.
Right after I show them, then you can get the girls in here. All right. So Khaleesi and Simba have 2 boys, remember? So we have my little whitey. Is it focused, Lex?
Yep. Oh, everybody's saying congratulations for our 2,000 subscribers.
Oh, thank you guys. That was pretty cool. We hit 2,000. So you can see a tinge, and you might see this on some of the grays or things too. So just so you guys see this little tinge color, like pinkish. Sometimes you'll see pink staining around their muzzle, and hopefully you can hear because that's Tasmanian devilish dog. But this is from the mom's milk.
So it'll sometimes stain the dog's fur and pads of their paws because of their mama's milk.
Lauren said, yes, he is affected, unfortunately, but I've been basically treating him the same like he did have it.
Okay. Yeah. Good. At least you got the results, so you know.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So, red boy, white boy. One's big, one's little. Okay. All right, I'm moving on.
Katie asked, do you think the two reds, the girls, will look like Aggie and be a darker brown?
Oh, absolutely. They'll be a darker red, just like Aggie. A lot like Aggie. In fact, to the people that were on our list, I explained that to them, letting them know that those reds are going to look just like the girls, for sure. All right, I'm going to get this out. So now I'm going to show you guys Kiara and Sky. Left the best for last. All right, I'm dropping stuff. And then what I'm going to do is, when I get them in here, I'm just going to go over real fast a few grooming for those of you guys that are new, okay? So grooming, when I say grooming, I'm just talking like basic tools that I use for brushing my dogs. And I only use a few things. Honey, you want to let the girls in?
Hey, Mama, really quick.
Yeah.
Do you think that the light red will go darker?
Yeah, she will definitely, or he will go darker. But he's not going to be like Aggie. So you're going to see Kiara right now. She's a light red. So the light red boy is going to look like Kiara. Come on, girls. Kiara. Okay. So this is, hey, can you guys let Nala and the girls out with everybody else so they're not loud? Yeah. This is Sky and Kiara. Sky is bigger than Kiara, but Sky's not due first. Kiara is. Kiara, come here, Mama. Kiara, come. Come here, they want to see your belly. Come here. She's like, no, don't take my bone. Okay, so Kiara is a lighter red than what you would see from some of the dogs. You should have take your bone. You both have a bone. Yeah, she is going to take your bone. Stop. Stop. Real fast. Could you stop, Sky? All right. She doesn't have your bone. This is Kiara's belly.
Oh.
You would think that they hate each other. What?
I didn't announce who won the bandana.
Knock it off. There's plenty of bones. Okay, hold on. Let me just show Kiara's belly. So Kiara's belly is already shaved. She's ready to have her babies. Here. It's right here. Kiara. Goof. She's like, no, I want that one. So she's doing a week. Remember, they could be due for like a full 7 days. So we don't know for sure when they will have their puppies because you don't know when they actually conceived. So just because they were bred a certain day doesn't mean that they conceived that day. And semen can last alive in a female dog for up to 7 days. And so just because they bred doesn't mean that they are ready to have puppies. Could be a whole week later. All right.
Sandy has a super chat question. Is the new red and white going to be little red?
Is he going to be little red? I mean, right now he's little, but they're so young. I don't know much about them yet, but both parents are standard, so who knows? So far, Simba has not given us any tiny puppies, so we'll see.
Will he stay all white?
Yes, he'll stay all white. There's definitely a few shades of white, so it could be like a more creamy off-white color too, so you might see like a little bit of the eyebrows and markings that are starting to try to come through, but even though he is a white dog, you can sometimes see that on the whites where it's like a cream. But yeah, for the most part, he's all white. He'll stay white. He won't get any grays or blacks or anything like that, but it could be a slighter off-white.
Yvonne is on.
Oh, Yvonne. Yes, Yvonne. Your mask came back to us. Says the address is undeliverable. So send me a message when you get a chance. I planned on emailing you. I just haven't had time. Come here. I want to show Sky. All right, come here. I got to show them your belly. Now I can brush you. All right, so Sky still has 3 weeks, remember? So 3 weeks, and she's big. I did not do an ultrasound on her because I ran out of time to do it in the time frame that you should do it in order to see how many puppies. So there's really not a point to do it when I already know she's pregnant if I'm not really able to count how many puppies because it takes up too much time.
Sandy said I meant light red, sorry.
Oh, instead of little red? Yeah. Oh, that makes way more sense. Yes, Sandy, he will be a light red. I'm going to get a leash to put on.
How long does it take for mamas to lose their baby weight?
Oh, they lose their baby weight before the babies are gone. Yeah, they get sucked dry because mama's given the babies all the nutrients, and so they lose all that weight really fast.
How many puppies are you expecting from each?
I don't know. Kiara, we did do an ultrasound on her. We're still learning, so I don't know for sure, but we saw 3 or 4. And then Sky, I don't know, but Sky's pretty big, so hopefully 4. Hopefully. But I don't know for sure. So it's fun. It's a guessing game. So both girls were bred to a gray. Both girls were bred to brothers. Come here, Sky. Come here. Sky. Come. Come here. Thank you very much. Come here, goofball. I'm just going to put this on her because she has her bone and she's going to try to go so that I don't brush her. You can have that while I groom you. All right, so what I'm putting on her, guys, is just
You can't take that.
It's just a slip leash. She's like, watch. You're a toy hog. So it's just a slip leash so that I can keep her over here and control her without having to hook her leash and collar and everything on her. You go. All right, so a few things I use. Oh, babe, I forgot that brush over there.
Hey,
can you
can
grab
I
it?
announce the winner?
Sure.
It's Liza.
Oh, congratulations, Liza.
Okay.
So what did she get? The bandana?
Yeah, the bandana.
All right, awesome. Come here. I need you over here. Okay, so I use... You lost your bone now. Too bad. So sad. I use several different things. I use a rake. All of this stuff is on my website, guys. It's all under there, under the shopping supplies, and it's also, I made a video with the shopping grooming supplies, and so a rake is going to loosen up this undercoat. Now, Sky has a very thick, so does Kiara, very, very thick coats. Now, Sky is starting to shed, so once they're ready to have babies, like a few weeks before, of course, they start blowing coat already, and everything starts getting loose. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going against the fur grain that the hair lays. So normally it lays this way, right? So I'm going this way so that I can loosen up all of that dead undercoat. Can they see this okay? They can, right? And then you'll see that it's collecting fur. Now remember, this is metal. So you don't want to go too deep and push hard. You're literally just going over the surface and loosening the undercoat so that it comes out really easily. Okay, I forgot the other brush I thought was over there, babe.
Hey, Mama, can I ask a few questions?
Yeah.
Katie said, why do you shave the mom's bellies?
Well, we do it for a few reasons. For one, because if they have this much fur and the mommy is trying to nurse babies, you got to remember those babies have to try to find the milk in all that fur. And so it's just cleaner for us to do that, and it ensures that we know that the babies can find the mommy's milk, because babies are born with no open eyes or ears, so they can't hear or see. They can only go off the smell. So if the milk is all over all that fur, it's going to be a lot harder for the babies to know where the actual nipple is. The other reason is because we want it clean for ultrasound. If we are going to do ultrasound, the bone is over there. I realized that, but you're coming over here. for ultrasound, and it's also because if there's an emergency and I have to rush her to the vets for a C-section, then it's just one less thing that the vets have to deal with. So, a few reasons.
How do you know that they've given birth to all of the puppies if you don't do an ultrasound?
Oh, I know. Because I've been doing it a long time. The dogs usually, you can tell because of the way they react. You can also tell because their stomach is empty. And you wouldn't know if you aren't seasoned and know what you're doing, but we know because we've been doing this a long time. There was the regular brush isn't over there.
No.
This is a Kong. It's from Kong. It's called a Zoom Groom, and it's really soft, rubbery. This loosens up and massages your dog. So the dogs love this tool. Again, it's all on the website and on the other videos. But this, you can use all of this in the bath too. Whenever you're giving your dog a bath and you know they're starting to shed, use all of this stuff. Okay? A glove. This glove is a shedding glove. You put this on. Stay, Sky. Come here.
Hey.
Yeah.
They don't want it.
Oh, well, let me finish this up. This is another thing that they love because it's massaging, right?
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana. And it's going to loosen up all of that fur, and it's going to get stuck on the glove. Okay? Then you're going to use a slicker brush. Yep, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. A slicker brush is like this. You want the pins to have a plastic ball on the tip so that it's not too sharp. You want to make sure that it doesn't hurt your hand when you press. If it doesn't hurt your hand, it's not going to hurt your dog's coat and skin. And then you're going to use this same way like you would with the rake, okay? And you're going to take your time when their dog is shedding because if you don't, you're not going to get any progress. When they're not shedding, you can literally just use one thing. You can use this and you'll be fine. But when they're starting to blow coat, you're going to have to go through the whole process. Okay, I'm going really fast because I'm just trying to show you guys. And then my favorite of all time is my comb. And this has big teeth and little teeth. And the comb is literally going to get any of that dead loose coat that you didn't get out. Stay. We're almost done and you can have your bone. Very good. And this is going to pull out all of that stuff that you didn't get with all those other tools. And it's also going to make them really nice and fluffy because this I go the other way normally. And you're going to fluff. Hi, that feels good, huh, Mama? That feels good. That is a good girl. So normally most of this stuff feels really good on the dogs, so they usually love it. You look funny, Mama. It's massaging for them, right? So do you see all that fur? That's why we shave their bellies. Good girl, Mama. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. See, I told you she's starting to shed. I told you I was going to get furry. That was your tongue in my mouth. Thank you. Now,
Michelle asked a question really quick.
okay.
How do you know when to stop? Klaus's fur seems to never end whenever we brush him.
Well, it really is never ending. It's not a matter of when is it time to stop. It's when is your back hurt? When are you done for the day? Because it can go on forever whenever they are blowing coat. And you literally have to work on it multiple days. It's not one day and it's done, guys. When they're shedding, it literally is for several days. You're going to go through the process over and over again. Or you're going to have your groomer come out and handle it for you. All right. Any other questions?
No.
Do you guys remember that was literally like one thigh and a little belly rub? And I'm going to show you all this fur. Oh, also a great way to use this comb is to clean out your brush with the comb. Do you see that? So one quick swoop and you see all this fur from Sky? So imagine when I do her, the whole table will be full. All right, man, that was the fastest show. I sped through that, and I know I probably missed a lot of stuff and missed a lot of people.
Sue said, "Thank you so much. You are amazing. I wish I knew you decades ago with all my dogs throughout the years."
Aw, look at Kiara. She's got every freaking bone. Here, Sky. Thank you. I appreciate it, Sue. So, if we're done,
that's it.
We are done. I don't even have puppies to tell you about with today. They're all over there now. But If you guys haven't already subscribed to our channel, please take a second and do that. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope that you guys enjoyed our show and that you learned something valuable that you guys can take with you and not make mistakes with your dog or know what you're getting yourself into, because it's pros and cons, grooming, nail trimming, all of that stuff. So we thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Until then, bye.